The galaxy had always whispered about Earth. To the Kryn, a species of towering insectoids with crystalline exoskeletons, it was an insignificant speck in the cosmic ocean, a backwater planet teeming with fragile bipeds who couldn't even harness quantum energy properly. To the Veil, ethereal beings of pure light and thought, humanity's chaotic emotions were like static on their psychic wavelengths. And to the Zorathians, conquerors of 12-star systems, humans were simply another primitive race destined to bow or be erased. For centuries, Earth had been the universe's charity case. Starships from distant civilizations arrived bearing gifts, advanced medicine, clean energy solutions, and blueprints for interstellar travel. But they came not out of kindness, but pity. Humanity, in their eyes, was a child playing with matches, near a powder keg, capable of brilliance but equally prone to self-destruction. They offered help, expecting gratitude and compliance. What they didn't expect was defiance. It began with the event. On a chilly November morning, deep within the HFY Nevada desert, scientists at the Apex Institute activated the quantum resonance engine for the first time. It wasn't supposed to work. The equations were theoretical at best, scribbled on whiteboards by sleep-deprived physicists, fueled by caffeine and desperation. Yet when the machine hummed to life, something extraordinary happened. A ripple tore through space-time, invisible, yet palpable, as if reality itself shuddered. At first, no one understood what had occurred. Satellites malfunctioned, radio signals scrambled. Even the stars seemed dimmer, their light distorted by an unseen force. Then came the visitors, or rather the absence of them. The Kryn fleet, en route to deliver yet another aid package, vanished mid-transit. The Veil withdrew into silence, their luminous forms flickering like dying embers before disappearing entirely. And the Zorathians? Their dreadnoughts, once looming over Earth's atmosphere like steel thunderclouds, retreated without explanation. Humanity stood still, holding its collective breath. For the first time in recorded history, the aliens weren't coming. Not to help, not to conquer. Just gone. Dr. Elena Vasquez stared at the data streaming across her monitor, her fingers trembling as she scrolled through endless lines of code. She was the lead scientist behind the quantum resonance engine, though she hardly felt like a pioneer now. Her mind raced with questions. Had they broken something? Created some kind of barrier? Or worse, had they doomed themselves? "They're afraid," said Dr. Marcus Hale, her colleague and closest friend. He leaned against the lab counter, his arms crossed tightly over his chest. "Whatever we did, it scared them off." Elena frowned. "Afraid? Of us? Don't be ridiculous, Marcus. We're just humans, fragile little apes with delusions of grandeur." Marcus shook his head. "Think about it. Every alien race that's ever interacted with us has treated us like children. But maybe we've grown up. Maybe whatever this engine does made them realize we're not so helpless anymore." Elena wanted to argue, to dismiss his theory as paranoia, but deep down she knew he might be right. Something fundamental had shifted. Humanity was no longer the recipient of galactic handouts. It was the unknown variable in an equation too complex to solve. Weeks passed, and the world changed in ways no one could have predicted. Without alien intervention, humanity was forced to rely on itself. Nations that had once squabbled over resources banded together to address global crises. Climate change initiatives accelerated as nations pooled their knowledge and technology. Disease outbreaks, once exacerbated by fragmented healthcare systems, were tackled with unprecedented cooperation. Even wars seemed less frequent, as if the looming uncertainty of the cosmos had united Earth's fractured peoples, but peace came at a cost. The void left by the aliens gnawed at humanity's psyche. Conspiracy theories flourished, Some claimed the aliens had abandoned Earth because it was cursed. Others believed the quantum resonance engine had opened a gateway to another dimension, one inhabited by horrors beyond comprehension. Still others whispered of retaliation, an alien armada lurking just beyond the edge of perception, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Amidst the chaos, Elena found herself haunted by guilt. She hadn't intended to alter the fabric of existence. She'd only wanted to prove that humanity could stand on its own 2 feet. Now she wondered if she'd doomed the species she sought to empower. The turning point came 6 months after. The event a transmission arrived, broadcast simultaneously to every communication device on Earth. Its origin was untraceable, its message chillingly simple. You have trespassed where you do not belong. Cease your experiments or face annihilation. Panic swept across the globe. Governments convened emergency summits. Militaries mobilized. Scientists scrambled to decipher the message, searching for clues about its sender. But amidst the fear and confusion, one voice rose above the rest. "We won't back down," President Amelia Carter declared in a televised address. Her tone was resolute, her words electrifying. "For centuries, we've begged for scraps from those who saw us as inferior. No more. If they want to threaten us, let them try. Humanity doesn't need their charity, and we sure as hell don't need their fear." Her speech ignited a firestorm of determination. Protests erupted worldwide, not against the government but in support of it. People marched under banners proclaiming slogans like "Earth will rise" and "We are the masters of our fate." Factories repurposed civilian technology into weapons. Engineers reverse-engineered alien artifacts left behind during previous encounters. Artists painted murals depicting humanity standing tall against shadowy extraterrestrial figures. And then, there was Elena. She returned to the Apex Institute, her resolve hardened. Whatever the aliens feared, it stemmed from the quantum resonance engine. If humanity was to survive, she needed to understand why. Inside the lab, surrounded by humming machinery and blinking monitors, Elena worked tirelessly. Days blurred into nights as she analyzed the engine's effects on space-time. Slowly, a pattern emerged. The resonance waves weren't just distorting reality, they were amplifying it, amplifying humanity. Every act of creation, destruction, love, hate, hope, and despair resonated outward, magnified 1,000-fold. The aliens hadn't fled because of humanity's strength, they'd fled because of its unpredictability. In their sterile, ordered universes, chaos was anathema, and humanity? Humanity was chaos incarnate. Armed with this knowledge, Elena devised a plan. Using the engine, she proposed creating a controlled resonance pulse, one strong enough to project humanity's essence across the galaxy. It was risky, potentially catastrophic, but it was also their best chance to assert dominance without firing a single shot. When the pulse fired, the effect was immediate. Across the stars, civilizations recoiled as waves of raw emotion washed over them. Fear, courage, despair, triumph, all the facets of the human experience surged forth, overwhelming even the most advanced minds. The Kryn shattered their command structures, unable to process the influx of contradictory impulses. The veil dissolved into formless light, their unity disrupted by the cacophony of human thought. And the Zorathians? Their mighty fleets faltered, their warriors paralyzed by visions of mortality and insignificance. For the first time, humanity wasn't asking for help. It was demanding respect. In the aftermath, Earth entered a new era. Alien emissaries arrived, not to offer aid, but to negotiate. Treaties were signed, alliances formed. Humanity took its place among the stars, not as supplicants, but as equals. As for Elena, she watched the sunrise from the Institute's rooftop, her heart swelling with pride. She had unleashed chaos upon the cosmos, yes. But in doing so, she had reminded the universe of a timeless truth. Humanity wasn't perfect, it wasn't invincible, but it was alive, and that made all the difference.